I want to give context to the video that is attached because I just wanted to touch on it. It popped up on my Snapchat memories from this day last year, and watching it made me break down and cry. It's just heartbreaking seeing myself so low at such a low mental, emotional, physical, spiritual point in my life. That this time last year, I was going through it. It was July, so only 4 months after my mom's murder. She was shot and killed on my birthday last year in 2024, March 12th of 2024. It was my 32nd birthday. Um, the complicated relationship that my mother and I had, or I guess lack thereof, due to me growing up in the system, in and out of the system, it was just a lot stemming from the loss of her and then the grief that surrounded. But yeah, and the grief with that was just so complicated because on top of losing my mother, I was also trying to grieve my long-term relationship with my child's father, finding out about his infidelity. My family foundation was just breaking apart. My relationship with my children was breaking down because I was so depressed. I also fell super ill to the point where in a year span, I had dropped 65 pounds without stepping a foot in the gym. I was vomiting on a daily basis at this time last year. I was not eating because I was fearful of being able to keep anything down. Um, it was just a mess. This time last year was a mess. Now, this year, I am in a much better place. I am in a career that I love. I'm enjoying corporate finance. I am as I'm closer with my children now than I feel like I have ever been in my 15 years of motherhood. I feel like my health is still something that is being worked on, which is fine. With autoimmune diseases, it's a long term thing. It's not going to be something that can be, helped overnight. So that's still something that's being worked on. Um, Instead of losing weight in the past 2 months, I have gained weight. So that's good. I have gained about 12 to 13 pounds. I fluctuate a bit. Um, I am able to eat more than once a day, so that's nice because I wasn't even eating once a day at this time last year. Sometimes I would go days without eating. Um, Mentally, I feel so much more clear headed, focused, determined, and disciplined. I'm definitely closer to God. I have been drilled down in my faith at this point, and my celibacy journey has almost reached a year coming October. I am about 6 months clean from THC, and I don't really drink anyway, so that hasn't been like on my radar. But I just want to say, for anybody who might be in the place this year, right now, in the place that I was last year, feeling like there is just no hope and you will never get out of the cycle of hurt and anguish and feeling like worthless and at your lowest self esteem and spiritually depleted, just know, as long as you have that faith of a mustard seed, God will bring you through it. Now, if you're not a believer, this message obviously isn't for you in that way, in the way that I'm bringing it. But even if you don't believe in God or you don't believe in religion and you're just spiritual, but you do believe in a higher power, just whatever you believe in, as long as you believe in a higher power, hold on to that faith that higher power has a plan for you, and it's not withering away in depression. It's not withering away in grief. It's not drowning in hopelessness. So as long as you keep that faith the size of a mustard seed, you will make it through, because that is what brought me through what felt like a sinking hole that I was never going to get out of, that I could not see a way of getting out of. So me growing up in the church and being in and out of it as an adult for my own reasons, and distractions. One thing I have just never let go of in my adulthood is my faith in God, and knowing that regardless, I can turn to Him because He's always forgiving. He's always loving, and He's always going to make sure His children are thriving as long as they believe in Him and what He can do, and as long as they do their best to do right. So just hang in there. That's all I have to say right now. I'm sorry I don't have a full podcast episode for you, but I just wanted to give faith to the next person because I'm no longer in that space that I was. I don't see myself being in that space again because I am steadfast, I am focused, I am disciplined, and I have a routine now. And routine helps me thrive. And I feel like that's where I'm at now. So yeah, just stay focused, stay faithful, stay disciplined, and have faith that where you're at in your mess right now is not going to be your last stop. All right. With love, Sandra.